What you have just seen was a performance from the Emerald Shamiole's Masquerade, and with me this morning to chat about that and what the Montserrat contingent is doing for Carifesta 14 is Dr. Clarice Barnes. She's the chairman of the board of the Montserrat Arts Council, and with me as well are the Emerald Shamioles and their band as they are playing for their performance there. Fantastic performance, Doctor.
It was indeed. And we are so pleased to bring it to you early on a Monday morning.
Oh,
all
yes.
this joy and happiness.
Yes, that's the thing, you know, starting off the week in a positive way with, you know, all these wonderful things at the same time. So let's speak about the costumes a little bit. What is the costumes about? What's the origin of the costumes?
Well, we like to refer to it as a mask. It's the Montserrat Masquerade, one of our most treasured cultural expressions. And so you're seeing a body mask, and the body mask, lots of ribbons, lace, all the fine things that our African ancestors would have been emulating when they were on the plantations because they didn't have access to their own. And so they brought these things together in a way that would be reflective of the grand way they would have presented themselves in Africa, where we know that they were taken from. And you see men there, they're all men, and they're men dressed up as women, because that is part of one of the West African mask traditions, the Gelede masquerades, who actually reverse, you know, their identity. So that's what you're seeing there. Then the head mask, many West African masking traditions have this head mask, but because Montserrat has an Irish past, an Irish Catholic past.
I didn't know that.
You know, one where there was conflict between the Irish and English. We have a feeling that this headdress is actually the African people understanding the tensions between the English and the Irish and the Catholics. And so the mitre of the Pope, the bishop mitre,
that's what I was about to say. It looked like the bishop's mitre.
The bishop's mitre is actually incorporated into the mass, because masking traditions are like that. Things could be incorporated. Then you have a pink wire gauze mask, which appears to be very, very friendly. But if you look at what is painted onto it, and dependent on the position of the head, it could be very, very fierce looking. The whole masquerading tradition of Montserrat is a tradition of resistance. It appears to be all happy and, you know, and lovely, and it makes you feel good. But happiness and loveliness was all part of the resistance of the horror of enslavement. So this is what you're seeing here.
And this was so very well portrayed. Just before we close off, what is the Montserrat contingent doing at the Carifesta 14 celebration?
We are going to be the Montserrat night tonight, the country night tonight. The Masquerades are going to dance again. And I'm glad you brought me back, because I've forgotten the music. Fife and drum music. Again, some of it is African, some of it is the European tradition. A lot of mimicking was seen in the dances performed and the music. It was the folk dances, European folk dances of the time. But of course, once Africans took hold of those, they mimicked in order to survive and to please their masters. But the hand movements, the foot movements are very strong, resistant, stamping movements. And coming back to what we are doing, we are going to stamp you out tonight. We are going to do exactly that.
Very, very well said. Very well said. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we'll actually close off this segment with a closing performance from the Emerald Shamiole's Masquerade.